experience. It's the teacher of all things. Its lessons propel you forward to overcome obstacles and learn how far you can go. It's what makes you, you. And it's at the heart of every Macquarie University degree. It means you can combine virtual and on-campus learning and personalise your degree. With courses co-created by industry leaders and degrees with inbuilt internships, you learn directly from those with experience. When you're powered by our collective, you get the experience you need to get ahead. You become more than just you. You become you to the power of us. Macquarie University.
Good afternoon. Welcome to this very important occasion, particularly graduates on my right, but also for parents and friends who've come to support them. It's great that you are here. Right, housekeeping matters. Could you please make sure all mobile phones have been turned to silent? Appreciate that. You're welcome to take photographs, but we ask that you don't stand and impede the view of people behind. We ask that you don't stand in the centre aisle nor approach the stage at any time. If we need to leave for whatever reason, hasn't happened so far, if we need to leave for whatever reason, please follow the instructions of the security staff. You may have seen them walking around prior to coming in here. If you've left any items in the cloakroom, please collect those as soon as possible after the ceremony. Today's ceremony is being streamed live on Macquarie University's YouTube channel, and that's been a winner for the university to start with, for inaugurating it, but also for family and friends who are overseas or interstate who can't get here. And the feedback to the university has been really, really good. They've appreciated it very much. Graduates, there are facilities and family too, for family or individual portraits out the back behind the stage here. You have to go outside to get there, but it's behind it. And some of you may have already availed yourself of that opportunity. But please take the opportunity to use it. That's all I think. I asked the same question this morning and I said, does anyone think of anything that I should be saying? And no one offered me anything, so I'll keep going. Well, graduands, I can't call you graduates yet because you haven't officially graduated. Some may have, particularly the young woman on my left, maybe some Masters of Research here today? No. So you may have graduated at another university. I'm sorry for that. It really should be here. But anyway, it's good that you are here now. What's the process for you folk? I think we're still short of a few. Are they having a party before we start? Okay, they'll have to follow the leader. I hope the leader does the right thing. So what's the process? The official party will enter the graduation hall. You'll be asked to stand. They'll take their positions on stage. The national anthem will be played and we invite you to join in the singing, but we ask that you remove your trenchers or your boaters or your bonnets, whatever you want to call them. At the end of that, when you sit down, put them back with the tassel on the left, okay? They all look pretty good at the moment, but if they go astray, there'll be some folk around the back will help you sort that out. plus getting your robes in a good condition or state before your photographs are taken. Right, so you've sat down. We're welcome to country from Uncle Chris Tobin. Then the presiding officer will address you from this lectern. And then there'll be an occasional speaker. Occasional speakers like a guest speaker. I guess occasional speakers, university talk. But they'll be here, they'll address you from here. Now comes the important part. It's when you change from graduands to graduates. You'll be asked to stand. Presiding officer will seek assurances from the acting registrar from that lectern that you've satisfied all the requirements for the award of your degree. And I imagine you have, because you're here, aren't you? Okay, is anyone here that hasn't satisfied the requirement? No, no one's prepared to volunteer that. So you've all satisfied, good. So you'll be asked to stand for that. The presiding officer will then confer your degrees upon you. And that's when you change from graduand to graduates. You'll be asked to sit. An usher will collect the people in the back row, take you around the back. You'll get one of these. Your name appears through here. And you have your academic transcripts in here as well as your testamer. Okay? Number two, we ask you to hold it in your left hand for photographic purposes. Now, you all have mobile phones, except some people that may have had their seat numbered on a slip of paper like a receipt. Bring your phones with you. Don't leave them on the floor or on the seat. Now, most of you probably have a pocket of some sort that you can put it in. If not, as I say, bring it with you. And what we do is we put it in your hand there like that. That's your phone. That there, and that in front of it like that. Okay? And we ask that you keep it like this for the photograph. I mentioned that. So your name's been checked. You've got this. You'll go up the ramp at that end of behind the stage. You'll see somebody else who will check your name and then ask you to walk across to the lectern over there. That's where the presenting officer will be. Now, the presenting officer obviously will have a list of your names. Now, we ask that there's a cross on the floor. We ask that you stand on that for two reasons. The presenting officer sometimes wants to look, well, they do. I've noticed it all the time. They'll look around to see if somebody's waiting, and that's you. So they want to make sure somebody is there. And they also read your name here to correlate with your name on their piece of paper. Okay? So you walk across there, they'll read your name. Then they will acknowledge you by touching their trencher, boater, bonnet, whatever it is. I'll just do that. We ask you to do the same at the conclusion. When they do that, we ask you to reciprocate. Now, we have a PhD candidate. Did I ask whether there's any Masters of Research? Right, we have one Masters of Research. Slightly different for you folk, you two. The presenting officer will read your name and then the title of your thesis. Okay? Don't move from that spot until that's been concluded. You then walk across, okay? You walk across to here for your photograph. Now, if you get part way across and you remember that you forgot to do this, remember and forgot. You forgot to do this, don't worry. You don't have to go back and have another go. Just keep coming across and stand here where you meet the presenting officer. That's all, the presiding officer. They shake your hand. This is important. There'll be an official photographer here, and they will take your photograph. And this is the official photograph of your graduation. Okay? You only get one go at this. So all I say is smile. Okay? Make sure you smile. You go around the back at the end of the ceremony and you'll see your photograph. They're all lined up on a board. And you look at yours and say, I don't like that. You can't come back and have another go. Sorry. So that's why I say it's one and only. So once that's taken, you leave the stage. Now, I should have said this earlier this morning, but there was a bit of a hiccup. A couple of people wanted to go down this way. No, you go this way and through that opening. And a couple of people wanted to jump off the end of the stage. That's a no-no as well, okay? So you go through that opening and down there. And it happened a few years ago that one young woman jumped off there with high heels. Fortunately, there was no damage done to her shoes. I don't know about her, but no, she was fine, okay? But it's a bit precarious when you try and do that, a bit dangerous. So don't jump off the end of the stage. I know you're in a hurry to get back and get outside and have a couple of beers or whatever, but just be patient. Go down that opening and down there, and back to your seat, back to your row. Now, there's a short row, I think there is there. Anyway, it doesn't matter. You probably, most likely, highly unlikely that you'll be in the same seat. Okay? So, when you come back, you go to the empty row, walk along until you can take up the next empty seat. So you just keep filling the row up. We don't want you to be jumping over everyone's knees so that you get to the seat that you are in now. Okay? So take up the next available seat. And they'll fill from the back to the front. Now, this young woman in red, right? You're a doctorate, PhD. That's your seat. Okay? No one else is allowed to sit in it. If they do, kick them out. Okay? I'll give you permission to do that. So anybody else, just leave that one vacant, okay, for the PhD candidate. So you've all sat down. One of you fine folk will come up and give the graduate speaker's address. And we have someone to do that, do we? Everyone's hoping there is someone. Ah, good. Phew. I'm glad you did that, because the rest of the graduates are holding their breath, because I can go around and say, eeny, meeny, miny, mo, you're giving a graduate speaker's address, but I can't. Right. Now, I guess somebody said, well, when you come back, sit there. Okay, because you have to make a quick dash up here to do that. So the graduate speaker will come up here and give you a talking to. No, it's an address. And following that, there'll be a musical interlude, and then the ceremony will be closed. Presiding officer will close the ceremony. Everyone will be asked to stand. Academic procession will leave the hall, down the centre aisle, out the centre door, then around the side, and we ask graduates follow 2 rows at a time. So just make it a little bit quicker, and family and friends follow after that. So you can go outside, meet up with your family and friends, have some light refreshments, and emphasis on the light refreshments. There's nothing heavy out there. No champagne or wine or anything like that. We apologise. The funds don't allow it to happen. So anyway, go out there, enjoy yourself, jump up and down on the grass, throw your hats in the air, and have a good time. Okay? Congratulations. Well done.
Congratulations on your graduation, the start of a bright future, a future that Macquarie University wants to share with you. As a graduate, you are now part of our alumni community, a vast connected network that spans the globe, with thought leadership and networking events, locally and around the world, where you can connect with other alumni, find a future employer or employee. Also, as part of the alumni community, you have access to a wide range of benefits, including special discounts, free access to the library for life, an alumni e-magazine, special events, networks, and career and professional development opportunities. We celebrate and champion our graduates' stories and achievements, so stay connected and stay informed. Graduation is an amazing milestone and one step on a lifelong partnership with Macquarie. That's you to the power of us. Stay connected by letting us know where your journey takes you. Simply update your details at mq.edu.au/alumni.
Shortly, the official party will enter the graduation hall. They have taken their positions on stage. Advance Australia Fair will be played, and we invite you to join in the singing of the national anthem. Please stand for the academic procession.
Australians, oh, let us rejoice, for we are one and free. With golden soil and well for toil, our home is girt by sea. Our land abounds in nature's gifts of beauty, rich and rare. In history's page, let every stage advance Australia fair. In joyful strains, then let us sing, advance Australia fair.
Please be seated. Distinguished guests and graduates, I would like to invite Uncle Chris Tobin, representative of the Darug people, to offer the traditional acknowledgement of country.
Thank you. Warimi Miriga. Hello friends and Nalawa, welcome. I'd like to begin by acknowledging that we gather here today at in Wallamata, the traditional country of the Darug people and the ancestral clan lands of the Wallamedigal, the Snapperfish folk. I wish to pay my respects to our elders, those that went before us, our ancestors, as well, and to thank the university for their invitation to come and join you today for the acknowledgement of country. In my opinion, it's one of the beautiful and encouraging features of contemporary Australia, where we get to affirm ourselves as a nation or a community that cares for what is right and joins together for the common purpose, which is the social and environmental healing of our country. My family, in fact, descend from Yarramundi, a respected elder and clever man from the neighbouring Burrabarongal clan during the early years of colonisation. He saw that our survival in this new world could best be secured if we could learn more about it. And so he enrolled his daughter, Bullangai, or Maria, as she's known, into the Native Institute, a school set up in 1815 by Governor Macquarie, offering formal education to Aboriginal children. Maria studied there for several years and used her newly acquired skills to lobby and eventually secure some land for herself and her family out along the Richmond Road. Other Aboriginal families soon joined them, seeking refuge there during the brutal displacement of Aboriginal people throughout the 1800s. And the place became known as the Blackstown, where the present-day city of Blacktown gets its name. We are very proud of her, as I'm sure your families are of you here today. And with good reason. Your success is our success. Your advancement, our advancement. Now that was probably better understood in more traditional times when camp groups were smaller and clans abided by strict sharing laws, which meant the food that you caught and brought back was distributed throughout the rest of the camp. Your skills and good fortune were thus enjoyed by all. Your efforts literally nourished the rest of the community, and you in turn were looked after by them. Yes, we can live quite beautifully when we work together. Our Aboriginal ancestors certainly lived well in many respects, and I use occasions like this to offer them to yourselves as a model or a benchmark on how good to expect our lives today. You see, when Captain Cook arrived here a little over 250 years ago, he described the people he encountered as one of the happiest people he'd ever met. They owned nothing, he wrote, but the tools they carried. They were naked, made their shelters from the bark of trees without cutting them down, and fed their families from the earth without excessive tilling or clearing. There was no slavery, no rich and poor, and no homelessness. People cooperated to collect the resources that were needed, which were then shared out according to strict Aboriginal law. Our lands are maintained in their natural state through fire and responsible harvesting. Our rivers and waterways kept clean and unpolluted, with people drinking out of them as they have done here in Walla for the past 20,000 years. So please consider, this is not a dream or an ideal, something yet to be realised. This is normal life for us and for the longest time, and not that long ago. So there's no good reason why we should expect less for ourselves and our children than what our ancestors enjoyed. Admittedly, there's a lot more of us. But we are a clever people, and there is still much magic in the world, I like to believe. So graduates, I would say expect great and wonderful things from your life. Life is good, we are naturally happy, and normally very good at looking after each other and the earth. I would just ask that you share your skills with the rest of us where you can, and keep following that beautiful spirit within you that got you this far. Do this, and I'm confident that we can put together a world we can be proud of and a future that is worthy of our children. We can all do our bit. I'll do mine now by winding up and letting you graduate. Just want to say congratulations to all of you. Have a wonderful day and all the best in our collective futures. Thank you. Young.
I am pleased to introduce Deputy Vice-Chancellor Academic to Macquarie University, Professor Rawdon Wilkinson.
Thank you, Chris, for that warm acknowledgement of country. It matters hugely to us. We're very grateful. Welcome to our Wallamatigal campus. As you've just heard Uncle Chris Tobin acknowledge the country that we're on. We're very proud of the connection that we have with country. I get to walk onto this campus, this extraordinary, beautiful campus, every day, and I'm humbled by the weight of responsibility I feel, knowing that we are simply educators on lands that education has taken place on for millennia. So we're all, as a university community, very grateful of the connection that we continue to have with the people connected to this country for the longest time. Thank you, Chris. Welcome. This is a special day, an important day, and an exciting day, one that I know you've all been looking forward to, and I know that all of my colleagues behind me and I always look forward to events like this. I've got some words I want to share with you. This is a day of celebration. I'm going to read some of these words. I'll ad-lib some of this too, but I hope you get out of this the specialist of days. It really is about you and about celebrating your future. And we're delighted to be able to celebrate that with you. Distinguished guests, graduates, colleagues, it's my great pleasure to welcome you here today. I bring with me a special greeting from our Chancellor, Vice-Chancellor, and from members of the University Council, the university's governing body. They all send along their hearty congratulations for what you have achieved and the celebration that we will have today. I'd like to extend that welcome to all of you who have come to join our graduates in this day of celebration. The fact that you are all here is proof positive that you have had a significant part to play in the successes that we are here to celebrate. They're quiet at the moment, but I'm particularly pleased to be able to welcome some very young members of our community. You'll hear them throughout the ceremony. Parents, guardians, please don't keep your kids quiet. We genuinely believe at Macquarie University that these occasions are family occasions and that children are as much a part of this as everybody else. So please don't feel the pressure. There is an application form for each of the kids as you leave to become students at Macquarie. Please do pick it up as you leave. Graduates, you all worked really hard to get to this point, and you should feel really proud of what you've accomplished. Completing a degree is never easy. It requires a desire to realise your dreams, a passion for inquiry, and most of all, a determination to succeed. Well done. I'm so pleased to be able to congratulate each and every one of you. In many ways, today marks the end of one journey and the beginning of the next. And I think this room is very symbolic of that moment in time. And I hope you immerse yourself in this room and remember it as you leave this ceremony. And remember, it is in here today that you move from one phase of your life to another. So please take it in. When you entered this room, you entered as graduates, eligible for the degrees that we will confer upon you. You will leave as graduates, looking forward to futures of extraordinary possibility. It's worth dwelling on the journey you've taken so far and what lies ahead. Each of you came to Macquarie with a unique set of hopes and dreams. Only you will know what those aspirations were, and while those sat around you will have been animated by thoughts of their own, you all chose to come to Macquarie so we might help you along your way. Take a moment to look around at your peers. Think about the hopes and dreams that brought you here, and imagine what brought others to this place. It is in this room that your individual aspirations come together to create an extraordinary force that will shape the future, and it is here that we wish you well for what lies ahead. A little later in the ceremony, you will come up on this stage and receive your degree. Remember, the steps you take as you walk across this stage represent a transition in phases of your life. Enjoy them. They are as simple as crossing a platform from one train to the next. In this case, one that will soon depart on the next phase of your life. And just so that you know, you will enter the stage to my left. We'll have a photograph in the middle, and then you'll leave that way. And it will be fun. You'll be nervous, you'll be anxious, slowly. It will all be good. The photograph that you have taken here will be a memento of your time in this ceremony. But I hope there are many more mementos of this ceremony. And after the ceremony, we will all go outside and celebrate together. Please do connect with people who you've shared this journey with and connect with others that you haven't had a chance to meet yet, but I hope you'll connect with for life beyond Macquarie. At its very best, a university education takes students on a mind-expanding journey, during which time the horizons of life possibility are broadened to an extent that had not previously been imagined. This is what we provide at Macquarie. We offer an encounter with knowledge and its application that sets you up to succeed in life. The provision of such a transformational experience requires that we have first-rate educators, some of whom are behind me on the stage. Passionate for and committed to the craft of education and the pursuit of understanding. But good teaching requires more than good pedagogy. It also requires imagination. Without imagination and an appreciation of as yet unthought possibility, you would not be able to use what you have learnt and to translate it into positive change for yourselves and for society. As the late science fiction writer Ursula Le Guin put it, imagination is the single most useful tool humanity possesses. All of us have to learn how to invent our lives, make them up, imagine them. We need to be taught these skills. We need guides to show us how. Without them, our lives get made up for us by other people. George Orwell put it a little more starkly when he said, "The imagination, like certain wild animals, will not breed in captivity." It is this capacity to teach wisdom through the encouragement of imagination that is a hallmark of educational excellence and is a Macquarie advantage. It is our way of multiplying your potential. It goes without saying that we pride ourselves on the education that you've received, the support and facilities we provide, and the community that we have together all built. The transformative effect of a Macquarie education, the effect it will have on your lives, is matched only by the transformation of our own university in the just over 60 years since we were established. But it's also matched in the transformative effect that we as a community have had on the world in which we live. We are a thoroughly modern, forward-thinking university. Our ambition to do good in the world knows no bounds, and we are all agents in that endeavour. It's an exciting time for Macquarie University. As I'm sure you will have noticed, we have almost finished the completion of the development of our beautiful campus. We are quite different in appearance from what Macquarie used to look like decades ago. I think it's an extraordinarily beautiful place. I think it's probably the most beautiful campus in Australia. Some of my colleagues at other universities make claims otherwise, but I don't think they hold up. This beauty, this rare gift that we have of a bushland campus in a city environment is something that I hope you all take some time to immerse yourselves in before you leave today. While we're always looking to transform understandings about the world and the way we convey that knowledge, there are some things that we value about Macquarie University that will never change. The warmth, friendliness, inclusivity, and compassion that are hallmarks of our university will endure. This is who we are. It will continue to be so. And remember, you will always be part of our community and always welcome here. I often describe Macquarie to colleagues and friends as a university that exudes a higher emotional intelligence than I've seen at other institutions across the world. I think it's palpable when you're out there in the central courtyard engaging with colleagues. There's a genuine care and compassion, and I hope every single one of you as students here felt that. And I hope you go on to express that higher emotional intelligence to others that you meet on life's journey. More than 243,000 people have graduated from Macquarie University since it was founded in 1964. About 26,000 of those graduated in this hall, which is quite something given that it was completed in 2020 and then we went straight into lockdown. We count among our global alumni graduates from more than 150 countries. We are, as our Vice-Chancellor puts it, distinctly Australian and thoroughly global. We also count among those who've received honorary degrees some really eminent people, and only earlier this week on Tuesday we were able to confer an honorary degree on Julia Gillard, who was on stage here, former Prime Minister, with our community around to celebrate her. We will always be a leader in education and in the accumulation of wisdom, knowledge and understanding. However, our collective journey is about building community, where we have shared values, things in common, and care about each other, particularly when our points of view diverge. In a few minutes, it'll be my very great honour to confer your degrees upon you and welcome you as lifelong members of that community we very proudly call Macquarie University. But before I do that, I'd like to introduce you to somebody special who has agreed to be our occasional speaker for today. I'd like to introduce you to Joanne Gorton. Jo is the Chief Executive Officer of Deloitte Australia and a member of the Deloitte Asia Pacific Executive Leadership Team. Prior to her appointment as CEO, Joanne was Deloitte Australia's Audit and Assurance Managing Partner, and under her leadership, the practice grew significantly, reflecting her proven record in senior leadership positions of driving sustainable business growth. A highly respected and trusted advisor to boards and C-level executives, Joanne works closely with ASX 100 companies and major public and private organisations. With over 25 years' experience leading significant audits, major advisory engagements, and cross-business collaborations, she brings strategic insights and practical solutions across a range of industries. Joanne is passionate about client service, diversity, inclusion, and developing people. She lives in Sydney with her partner Anthony and their 2 children. It's my great pleasure to invite Jo Gorton to deliver today's occasional address. Jo.
Good afternoon. I'd like to start by also acknowledging the traditional custodians on the beautiful land on which we meet today, the Wallumedegal people of the Darug Nation. I'd also like to acknowledge the presiding officer, members of the faculty and staff, distinguished guests, and of course, you, the class of 2025, graduates and your family and friends. First, let me offer my warmest congratulations to you. Graduating, such an important occasion in your life. This is an achievement to be celebrated, to be enjoyed. This is truly one of life's most special moments, and this will be a memory that stays with you forever. I remember vividly my own graduation. It was back in the year 2000, the final year of the 20th century, and actually made me feel a little old reflecting on that. What I remember from that occasion is how I felt. The sense of pride that I had in what I'd achieved, a sense of excitement and anticipation at what the future held. But there was also a little bit of a sense that the future may also feel a bit daunting. And I'd encourage you all to think about your graduation, not as an ending, but it is the start of an extraordinary journey that you will have. And what a journey life is. A wonderful, incredible journey, full of ups and downs, twists and turns. But what is most wonderful about this journey that you are embarking on is that you have the power to create your own future, to create the future that you want it to be. And as you set about creating the future that you want, there are 2 simple phrases I would encourage you to remember: the power of potential and the power of now. I am very close to my older brother, Adam. My mum has played a huge role in his life and my life. The way that she raised Adam, the way that she believed in him, supported him when many others didn't, taught me very early in life about the power of potential and what that really means. Adam was born with a rare genetic intellectual disability. His IQ places him in the bottom 0.2% of the population. As you could imagine, growing up, going to school, that was tough. He was constantly bullied. But if you took on Adam, you took on me, and I was very much his protector. I'll never forget the day when we were at school and Adam was bullied right in front of our principal, a nun, and she stood by and did nothing. I was only 11 years old, but I marched right up to her and I told her that that was not a good example of practicing Christian values. As you can imagine, as an 11-year-old, that did not turn out very well for myself. Everyone told Adam that he would never be able to work, never hold down a full-time job, and specifically that he would never amount to much. Yet today, he is one of the few people in this country with his genetic condition that has held down a job his entire adult working life. He proved everyone wrong, and that is the power of potential. You all have a future which is full of so much potential. Go out there into the world and realise your incredible potential. And don't let anyone, including yourself, limit what you can achieve. And when you go out there into the world living your full potential, live a life where you also help others achieve their potential and have an impact that really matters on this world. Yes, you are graduating into a world that is both exciting and daunting. Technology is developing at lightning speed. The geopolitical landscape is shifting around us. And society is asking questions about values, identity, fairness. And social media is amplifying it all. Social media can build communities, it can spread ideas, and it can give you a voice like never before. But it can also distort reality, amplify division, and pressure you into comparing your life to someone's perfectly curated selfie. In a world this complex, the easy option is to sit back, to watch, and to scroll. But the world doesn't need any more observers. It needs leaders. And you all have the opportunity to go out into this world and to lead. Adam's experience taught me early in life that what you do in the moment matters. And years later, I was reminded of this. In 2021, I was 3 months into a brand new senior leadership role. And it was then that I found out that I actually had 2 tumours in my head. At first, the doctors told me they were benign. Surgery was too high risk and I needed to live with them. So I decided to make friends with them. If they were going to come on this journey called life with me, they needed to be my friend. And so I named them Wally and Tildy. It was only 9 months later, more regular testing and scanning, that the real diagnosis came, and that I had cancer. The specific diagnosis, mucoepidermoid carcinoma. And at that stage, my kids were 7 and 11. I was told I needed urgent surgery, and I was also told that I had little chance of being able to use the right side of my face ever again. And that meant I would never smile again. And for me, the idea of never being able to smile was devastating. This was during the COVID lockdown, and I was dropped at the hospital door by my husband Anthony alone. I ran back for one last hug, one last selfie, so we had that final picture of us smiling. By some miracle, my surgeon did the impossible, and he managed to remove my tumours, keep the functionality of the right side of my face, and most importantly, as you can still see, I can still smile. What got me through those moments was focusing on the here and the now, making the moment the best I could of every single moment I had, living the best life I could, making a decision in each and every moment to enjoy it and get the most out of it. And that is the power of now. As you go forward into leading your lives, you have the ability to choose. Choose what you do in the moment. Choose how you react. Choose how you feel. And in doing that, you will be able to create the future that you want and also create a positive future for others. One of the realisations I had after surgery was that the toughest part was yet to come. I then had to embark on the program of radiation. And for someone who was claustrophobic, to be bolted to a bed, effectively in a concrete bunker, with a very tight mask on my face, was an incredibly confronting experience. But I got through it. And I got through it by realising one simple truth. You cannot always control the circumstances that life may throw at you, but you can always choose how you respond. So no matter how big or small the challenge may be, and there will be challenges that come, the mindset and the attitude that you bring into every single moment will define your future and the success that you have. So as you embark on this next exciting phase of your life, remember 2 very simple things. The power of potential. Go out there into the world, realise your potential and help others realise theirs. And the power of now. What you do in each and every moment matters, and make the most of it. The future is not fixed. It is not preordained. It is yours to create. One decision, one action, one moment at a time. Congratulations, graduates. The world is waiting for you. Thank you.
That was incredible, Joe. Thank you for sharing that with us. The possibility of your lives and now. That's inspiring, really inspiring. Thank you also for sharing those personal stories with us. That's really important. Joe and I had a conversation before we arrived in the hall about some of the things that often get in people's way in their journey towards success, and it's often themselves, for not taking hold of the moment, for sitting back and not grabbing possibility. I think what Joe's just given you is an extraordinary example of grabbing possibility, all of that. And the first female CEO of Deloitte Australia. That's just extraordinary. Well done, Joe. Graduation is such an important part of the university calendar, and my colleagues and I always look forward to ceremonies such as these and to conferring degrees on those who have met the requirements for such awards. I now call on our registrar for today, Professor Leanne Pigott, to formally certify the eligibility of those who have met the requirements for these awards.
Deputy Vice-Chancellor Academic, I certify that all of the candidates being presented here today and those who are absent have satisfied the requirements of the Academic Senate for the degrees they are to be awarded. Would all candidates for admission to degrees please stand?
Thank you, Registrar. In the name of the Macquarie University Council and the authority delegated to me by that council, I admit each of you present here today, and also those who are unable to join us, some of whom are watching live now, to the degrees for which you have qualified. My warmest congratulations.
Graduates, please be seated. Deputy Vice-Chancellor Academic, the graduates at this ceremony are from the Macquarie Business School. I now call on Professor Rahat Munir, Head of the Department of Accounting and Corporate Governance at the Macquarie Business School, to present the graduates. Professor Munir.
Deputy Vice-Chancellor Academic, the graduates at this ceremony are from Macquarie Business School. Macquarie Business School represents the contemporary evolution of a long and proud tradition at this university, educating next generation of leaders in economics, finance, actuarial studies, business analytics, marketing, management, and accounting. And students we have in front of us today are mostly from accounting. We are a school that combines academic excellence with real-world relevance. And we pride ourselves on a simple but powerful idea: you to the power of us. The philosopher Aristotle, the teacher of Alexander the Great, once said that education must prepare a student for the attainment of happy life. For Aristotle, fulfillment came not from comfort, but from challenge, and through adversity and realization of one's highest potential. At Macquarie Business School, we believe in that same principle, and we empower our students by challenging them to be the best they can be. We develop skills in data analytics, critical thinking, problem solving, communications, emotional intelligence, just to name a few. And we cultivate wisdom so that, equipped with one of the finest education this country can offer, our graduates are prepared not just to succeed, but to contribute, to make a difference, to live the world better than they found it. So we live in a time of profound change. The convergence of technological, environmental, and societal change presents both risks and opportunities. I know that graduates before us today will rise to meet this change and this moment. Amongst you are future CEOs, policymakers, public servants, politicians, and community leaders, and they will shape the future of Australia and region. As you leave today, as a graduate, I want you to remember the most important quality of a Macquarie University's graduate. Macquarie is a public university and committed to the public good. So when difficult challenges come your way, the question you would not ask is, what will you do? Rather asking, what is the best and the highest contribution I can make to the society? And how will I use my unique strengths to serve the purpose, lead with integrity, and shape our collective future? Deputy Vice Chancellor, I'm proud to present to you the graduates from Macquarie Business School, whom you have admitted to degrees and diplomas. And I present graduates admitted to the degree of Diploma of Commerce. Sarah McNiss. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Business Administration and Bachelor of Professional Accounting. Harrison Bacon. Umar Chaudhry. Harry Fryer. Devang Khosla. Sharia Halal. Maria Sobel Perez. Matthew Tran. Claire Visallo. I present the graduate admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Business Administration with a degree of Bachelor of Commerce, Professional Accounting. Krishan Kelwan. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Commerce and Bachelor of Professional Accounting. Brooklyn Schofield. Quang Tan Ben Tran. I present the graduate admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Cybersecurity and Bachelor of Professional Accounting, Rishi Bhatt. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Commerce, Lauren Abrahams. Sarah Chen. Michelle Dam. Yavin Deng. Keisha Espinola. Jack Jed. Marianne Chivarachi. Noor Huda Jachi. Kulam Groom. Hong Kwang. Edward Jacks. Martin Carolus. Labib Khan. Amy Neves. Yanni Lang. Wintrok Le. Mahmood Merzli. Rachel Monroe. Dong Bao Tran Nguyen. Man Chong Nguyen. Thi Van An Nguyen. Laila Pervanik. Thi Fong Lee Fan. Janvi Punjabi. Matthew Renshaw. Katya Ripin. Harrison Roberts. Ranveer Singh Sidhu. Ben Stewart. Pakapan Suksiri. Rukaila Tashuri Raw. Tijan Lin Tran. Mei Lin Letloon, she is the recipient of Macquarie University's Award for Academic Excellence. Mei Lin. Patricia Rahmeri. Genevieve Fouillon. Angel Walla. Subhan Wahdi. Zimo Wu. Yuning Zhang. Ren Kwan Zhang. Jiacheng Zhou. I present the graduate admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Commerce, Professional Accounting. Taranum Mukhtar. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Professional Accounting. Michael Aburahab. Fuiga Aheno. Mir Ali. Zuhair. Zuhair Ali. Fatima Ali Zada. Nicole Aslong. Carla Piccoli. Kareem Atab. Alexa Brown. Oscar Bush. Danny Kai. Zikai Chen. Cheng Cheng. Olivia Check. Matthias De Luca. Matthew Dingley. Gabriel. Gabriel Dufessy. Matthew Echo. Ronnie Farhat. Yam Phut. Marcus Gracia. Chai Heng. Yaroslav Idobev. Sony Jago. Gavan Jiang. Arbella Carganela. Aliza Abbas Khan. Martin Kwok. Chi Jung Lam, Hon Yin Jordan Lau, Ji Jun Lee, Yuansu Lee, Sophia Lee, Zibin Lee, Stephanie Lis Castles, Jan Sok Visal Lok, Jody Low, Ling Mackinder, Mohammed, Andy Niven, Mitchell Ong, Alison Ojang, Muzu Peng, Fun Za Huang, Nishal Prakash, Jeffrey Prijutna, Kiang Kiang, Abel Samuel Chuan, Laurie Sito, Stephanie Shaw, Shanky Solo, Rebecca Sosa, James Stott, Ishik Susmit, Backwo, Tracy Vo, Isabella Vu, Chengdu Shu, Lara Yasha, Yutsi Zhu, Holin Zhang, Jianqi Zhang, Bei Zhou, Nolin Jo, Iju Hee Jo, she is the recipient of Macquarie University's Award for Academic Excellence. Iju. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Master of Accounting. Irwin Bani. Wu Hong Trin Joanne. Chitra Meet Win. Pratnya Chanev. Chadev. Cha Hong Lee. Ali Mahtouk. Sadman Nafis. Chikezi Frank. SMZS Sams. Hao Shu Wang. I present the graduate admitted to the degree of Master of Accounting CP Extension, Anna Noraka. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Master of Commerce, Lee Min Nguyen. Stephen Owen. Nahat Tang. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Master of Professional Accounting, Imtiaz Ahmed. Monik Bosalat. Devon Desmond. Vershi Fedrinez. Shari Girhijo. Syed Kashif Ali Kazmi. Preeti Lakshmi Narayanan. Joel Lang. Siddhant Modi. Fatima Olidher. T2 Chao Tran. Salmin Wakir. Melissa Jiajin Wong. Himank Yadev. Gary G. Kaiwen Cheng. Deputy Vice Chancellor Academic. A higher degree by research is awarded to graduates who have successfully completed a program of study in which the defining characteristic is research. A Master of Research is a 2 years full-time equivalent research training degree consisting of research-based coursework, postgraduate research training, and a major research project. Graduates have successfully focused on completion of a thesis consisting of 20,000 words in preparation for the doctoral degree. I present the graduates admitted to the degree of Master of Research, Ali Siraj, for the thesis entitled CSR Spending in India, the antecedents role of stakeholders' pressure and organizational culture, and the association with triple bottom line performance. Ali Siraj. Deputy Vice Chancellor, the Doctor of Philosophy is awarded to graduates who have demonstrated the capacity to conduct research independently by forming a distinct contribution to the knowledge of the subject and to afford evidence of coherence and originality shown either by the discovery of new facts or by exercise of independence critical power. I present the graduate admitted to the degree of Doctor of Philosophy, Dr. Ji Shi, awarded the Vice Chancellor's Commendation for Research for the thesis entitled 3 Essays on Spillover Effect on Legal Protection of Trade Secrets, Evidence from US. So, Deputy Vice Chancellor Academic, that completes this afternoon's presentation of the graduates from Macquarie Business School.
Deputy Vice Chancellor Academic, I call on Anna Narodska, who graduated with a Master of Accounting CPA Extension, to speak on behalf of the graduating group. Anna.
Wow. Good afternoon. It looks a little bit scary from here, but I will try my best. So, Vice Chancellor, professors, esteemed teachers, and my friends, and fellow graduates. I'm so proud and honored to stand here today. Honestly, it took me a long time to get here and to get to this moment. Not because I didn't work hard, but because just life likes to throw away some difficulties on the way. So we all carried our own challenges and our own baggage to this milestone we're meeting now. Some of us have worked while studying, some of us have faced family struggles, and some of us hold and had to find our own support all the way. For me, struggling, assignments, lectures, work, and managing my constant needs of my daughter sometimes meant the cup of the coffee was my best friend and comfort, and the 10 minutes of the library, which I found out somehow and got the time for it, it became 10 minutes of the luxury nap. So every single one of us have a story. Every journey has had its hurdles. And through it all, I have learned something very important. We don't just gain knowledge about the chosen fields.
We gain a deeper understanding of resilience, empathy, and the strength each of us carries. Lives didn't throw to us, okay, I cannot do it now, I have to give up. It wasn't in our vocabulary. When windows were closed, there is doors. When doors are too tiny, there are a chimney. When chimney is blocked, we will find a way. And that's why we're here. The point is, we didn't give up, and we never will give up. So congratulations to every single one of us, to our stories, to our journeys, to our determination. We made it, we groaned, we laughed, we overcame, and we've proven that we are unstoppable. Thank you very much. Congratulations, and thank you for all your support. Thank you.
Congratulations, Anna. I think your words are very familiar to everybody gathered here. It is a journey. You all have individual experiences that brought you on that journey, but you shared your time at Macquarie University. Congratulations again, well done. That was the extraordinary Angela Brewer. Angela graces us with that extraordinary voice of hers at graduations, and we are so grateful for it. Please join me in thanking Angela again. Just so that you know, Angela is the founder and artistic director of Coast Opera Australia. There's some other folks I'd like to thank. They make these ceremonies really exciting and really important. I'd like to thank Heather Moen Boyd, who plays for us so beautifully on the organ. And Melanie McLaughlin, who played so beautifully on the trumpet. We have scattered around members of our alumni community who really make these ceremonies so special. They help out, they come back and give to the community. So I would just like to acknowledge them, thank them very much. They're wonderful members of our community. You can't see them, but there are technical folks around in the rooms above who make this happen online for people who can't be here. I'd like to express appreciation for them as well, please. And then there are those folks who make graduation happen, who organise all of this, who reply to all of your correspondence, who organise me, which frankly sometimes can be a bit difficult. I'm very grateful to them as well, so if you wouldn't mind joining me in thanking them. So, graduates, you've now crossed the proverbial platform, and your relationship with the university has evolved from student to graduate and alumnus. It is, however, far from the end of your association with us. You may choose to continue your studies or plough furrows anew, but you will nonetheless forever be part of the bigger Macquarie University family. As you heard me say a little earlier, we have 243,000 graduates of the university, which is an extraordinary number, all part of our alumni community. Actually, that community is a great source of insight and networking for you all, so I really do hope that you make the most of those alumni connections. You'll meet them at alumni events. Our alumni team will keep you very much connected with one another. Please do make the most of that. But I hope I see you back on campus for further study, to visit the campus, to bring your friends. When your children are ready to study with us, please come back. Graduates, the award of a university degree carries many opportunities, but it also brings privileges and responsibilities. I urge you to commit to lifelong learning and inquiry. It's important that throughout your lifetime you're always open to new knowledge and the possibility for greater understanding. In that regard, I would counsel that you hold strong opinions lightly and that you continually reflect on what you know and how you arrived at that knowledge. I urge you to set ambitious goals for yourselves. You came here so we might help you realize your dreams. Without ambitious goals, you won't achieve what you set out to do. The now that you heard Joe talk about. You have endless possibility in front of you. Please take advantage of it. I urge you to continue the hard work that has already brought you so far. You, your friends, families, and the whole world will all be thankful beneficiaries. At Macquarie, we pride ourselves on developing every student into engaged community citizens and leaders. I urge you always to give thought to what you can do for others along the way. You do not always have to do very much to make a real difference. Often a simple gesture or a kind word can have an enormous impact. I challenge you to exercise sound judgment and initiative and be generous in offering practical advice and wisdom to all who you meet on life's glorious journey. It's my hope that as graduates of Macquarie University, you will use what you've learned here not only for your own benefit, but also for the betterment of our community and our planet. And in all you do, the next bit will make sense here, I charge you to uphold the good name of Macquarie University. I hope you will always remember the people who have helped you learn along your way, many of whom are with you today. I'd like to acknowledge some of those who helped you arrive at where you are now by standing and thanking. If graduates please could stand and do a few things for me, but first of all thank those people who are on the dais behind me for the contribution that they have made to your education. Thank you. Can I ask you to just place your testamers on the seats behind you? Obviously, please don't sit on them. If you could turn to face your family and friends, please. These folks, as you know, were important in getting you here. They were the giants on whose shoulders you've stood. Please join me in giving them an almighty round of applause. Graduates, please do pick up your testamers. I will shortly lead the official party out of the graduation hall. As we do, our organist will play the traditional recessional music of graduation, which has been played at ceremonies like these for many centuries. Can I now ask everybody to stand? Shortly, I'll lead the procession. Once we're through the doors, please join us for some light refreshments outside of the graduation hall. And my congratulations to you all again. Well done.